We. Oh, it's up. Okay, hey, I am back. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It was an echo of some sort. I don't know why. But I'm back. We were finish. Okay. We were on the topic about social media and the things that it does to the mind. And it kind of goes with the carnal mind, and how we think, how we process things. And can you look in my purse, baby, and get that book that I was using in church? If you're wanting to join into the conversation, please do so. Would love to hear from everyone. Thank you. I can't find Ellis. But Ellis, I do appreciate you coming on and speaking with me. Okay, Ashton Ellis. Great talk. For some reason we were having communication errors on my end. But from the looks of it, it is fixed. So, I'm just going to go into what I finished discussing, what I was talking about earlier. So, what we discussed today was carnality and satisfying your flesh. We have to satisfy our flesh, but in the right way. And what we talked about was that you can do worldly things with the natural mind. When we say, Ashley, would you like to join in? And on camera, you can. But when I say being in the natural, having the natural mind and being in the world, is that you can still have fun. You can go out and have fun. You don't have to, like he said, you don't have to be so religious to where everything that you do is like, oh Lord, walking around praying, quoting and stuff. You can still go out to eat and go to the movies and okay, that's fine. You can still do all of that and be in the natural, have the natural mind, and still satisfy your flesh spiritually, naturally. Okay. You have a natural assignment without being carnal minded, is what we discussed today. And like I said, I discussed about the carnal mind the other day, and I actually was listening to a sermon on yesterday about the carnal mind as well, and then to hear it today at church, I'm like, okay, God, what you doing? We headed in the direction now. I kind of know what's going on this week, and when I start kind of getting information on other things, and it's gonna be like, okay, God, this is the topic you want me to step on this time. But I've been hearing a lot, carnal mind. And so obviously it's something that needs to be talked about, because everybody doesn't understand the carnal mind. That is so true. Even the Bible says, don't be so heavenly bound that you are no earthly. Yeah, and that's true. You're no earthly good, because you, like you said, heavenly bound. That's true. And so, again, you can be in the world, as the Bible said, be in the world, not of the world. So we're here, we're walking, we're talking, We're enjoying ourselves. But we're not going to do the same thing that everybody else does. Just because they sitting around and they're cussing and smoking don't mean you have to sit around and cuss and smoke. You can still sit there and enjoy yourself without getting too engaged into your surroundings, into what's going on in the world. Okay? And also, I learned, stop acting, imitating spiritual. Stop acting. Thank you, Ashley. A lot of times nowadays, y'all, people acting. What they do is they put themselves in a situation to be spiritual because of the moment or because of their surroundings. They're spiritual. But the moment they step out and now they're going out and they're hanging out and everything, instead of them carrying that spiritual, natural mind, they're trying to feed their flesh. So now they're putting on an act, because when they get done with going out there partying and cussing and getting drunk and acting a fool and, you know, doing all sorts of craziness, when they step back into this side, the other side, now they're back spiritual. That's fake. That's acting. So that's okay. Thank you, Ashley, so much. I love your support. Be careful tonight, okay? Hey, everybody that's just tuning in. Anthony Doozy. Is that Doozy? Ron. Jessica. Hey, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Rich. Eli. Darnell. Thank you guys for tuning in. Anthony. Randall. So, what we're talking about, just to kind of catch you guys up, is the flesh and the carnality and the natural mind. And right now we're talking about people acting and being fake. They go to church on Sundays and they want to paint this picture. I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna praise the Lord. I know what to do. I know to shout, I know to cry, I know to speak in some sort of different language or tongue. I know to act as if I'm in the spirit. But as soon as you get out of church, you arguing, you cussing people out, and you being negative. Do we call that a real spiritual? I mean, is that somebody that you would look up to spiritually? No. I wouldn't. Hi, Tommy. I wouldn't. And so, thanks, Ellis, for that. I got it. And so we have to learn to put ourselves in the right natural mind so that it carries on with us, so that we're not being fake and imitating the spirit. Understand? Because it's not gonna get us anywhere. Being fake. God isn't gonna say, oh well, hey, she comes on Sunday, she's praising, me and worshiping me, and then as soon as she leaves church, all hell breaks loose. That's it. I got that moment in time with her though. She at least gave me that time. It don't work that way. He appreciates that, but he know the real from the fake. Okay, let's not be fake, guys. Okay. Also, when we talk about carnality and satisfying the flesh, the carnal mind brings death. It brings death. Okay. And The carnal mind brings death, and the spiritual mind brings life. So we're too busy trying to feed our flesh in the carnal mind. It's going to bring death. But when you're in that natural mind, the spiritual mind, you're being positive, you're doing the right things, you're on the right track, you're looking forward, to the next day, and constantly thanking God, for what he's done for you and everything. That's life. You're bringing life into yourself. You're bringing life into others. People can learn something from that, from you, being you. And once you bring the spiritual mind, lift that up and bring life into that, then you're able to go out and teach others. Okay. I was told that the human mind will mind what you feel. That's the flesh. Your mind, the human, our bodies, we're humans. That will mind what we feel in our flesh. Okay, and in order not to be fake or be of the world is by renewing our minds. Hey, Joe. We have to begin the process of renewing our minds, okay, which comes with praying, reading our Bibles, being involved, doing positive things, acting in the spirit, not in the world. So, in order to do that, a good verse would be Proverbs. A good book, is to read Proverbs, and that'll teach you to understand how to be led by the Spirit and not by the flesh. So I will be looking into Proverbs as well this week. I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole book of Proverbs and until I understand it. Because if we're reading and we're not understanding, then it's pointless. It's pointless. Read it till you understand it. If you don't understand it, ask questions. You have the internet. We on the internet all the time. We're on social media all the time. Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff. So if you can be on social media all the time, you have time to look up, what does this mean? What does that mean? You're right there on your phone. It don't take nothing but 2 seconds. So, yeah, let's start with Proverbs. And we're just going to let that take us and lead us by the Spirit and not by our flesh. All right. So when we do so, when we start feeding our spirits, hi, Jane. Is that Jamie? Hey, Jamie. When we start to feed our spirit, then now we're looking like we're waiting to hear something. Everyone looks to God and he's waiting. You can open up your ears. We want to hear from God. We do. But it's not always that you're going to just hear it. You're not always going to hear it. It's not always a voice. It's the presence that you get inside. It's the inside, the discernment. It's the inside that you're going to feel. When you feel like I always say, it's the butterflies. When I'm in that spirit, I get butterflies, y'all. It's like a tingling. Like when you get nervous, you get butterflies. That's how I am. And I know that that's God. So it's not gonna always, he's not. It's just like when, and what I learned, and I'm guilty for it, is when I'm at home and I'm by myself with no kids, husband is at work, and it's like I need somebody. I'm so used to people being around. I need somebody here. Somebody in front of me. I need to hear somebody. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Raymond. But nobody's here. Nobody's here for me to be face to face with and talk to and actually hear their voices and engage with. I don't have that. And so I'm always looking to, like, I need to go somewhere. I need to be around people. I don't feel right. But what I've learned is the way the Spirit works, the way God works. Right now, I'm not by myself. And you have to start thinking in that way. You're being protected. Angels surrounding you. God's presence is there. But you have that mind, that spiritual mind. You have to get in that place. And you'll see that you're not alone. And that's where a lot of people, like I said, I'm guilty for it, you know. It happens to all of us. You know, we get lonely, but it's always somebody there. Talk to God. Again, we're looking to hear. Stop worrying about hearing things all the time. Let's start feeling this. Right? Also, you can't be, your spirit, it cannot be led if your flesh is too loud. Okay, y'all catch that. Your spirit, you cannot be led if your flesh is too loud. So sometimes when you're sitting around, you just want to turn on TV. You got to turn on some music. Turn it off. Turn everything off. Shut it down. Sometimes God just be quiet. Be quiet and just feel. Feel His presence. Feel His Spirit inside of you. That's how you get there. That's how you get there. Don't let your flesh be you. And I say this all the time. Don't let your flesh be you. You're bigger than your flesh. But it takes a strong spiritual mind to overcome the flesh. So you have to put yourself in that place. Don't abort your assignment. God has a purpose and assignment for everybody. He has an assignment for every single person on this earth. Whether you like it or not. And like I always say, you're going to roll with God or you're going to roll with Satan. Okay? And I don't know nothing about that over there on that other side. I just know what God got going on, and that's where I'm trying to be. Everybody has a choice. Hey, everybody that's just tuning in. It's either you either have your discernment or your spiritual sensing. Okay? And so that's what's going to get you in that place. That's what needs to be filled to keep you in the right place naturally. Okay? That'll give you the natural mind for the world that we live in. Right? So don't ever, that's when you go in and you're feeling discouraged and everything, that's the flesh. Your flesh feels like that. Okay, your circumstances, that's the flesh. It bothers you. Your flesh, it wants this, it wants that. And if you don't have the right spiritual mind, then you're going to do whatever your flesh is telling you to do. Okay? So, like I said, start in Proverbs. That's a good book. And what I will do, because I'm just so awesome like that, I'm going to start us off in Proverbs. Okay? And then you guys can just catch on. Is that the pool? I know what that is going on. But if we start, and then I can just continue also every day. That's probably what I'll do. Every day I'll go, and it's 31 chapters in Proverbs. So either we can do a chapter a day, or you guys can read on your own time. It don't matter how we work this out. But we're going to get through Proverbs because we want to grow spiritually, right? So I'm going to read verse 1. I'll do 1 through 7. Hey, Rashida. And then we'll just talk about 1 through 7 and go from there. Exhortation to embrace wisdom. So Proverbs 1 starts out, the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight. Understanding words of insight. For receiving instruction in prudence, behavior, doing what is right and just and fair. For giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion, discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Fools despise wisdom and instructions. And that's true. Because only fools don't want to listen. Okay? Don't want to follow instructions. Okay? They have no wisdom. Okay? They're not there. They're not there. So, I'm going to keep going. Warning against the invitation of sinful men. Verse 8 says, listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Okay? Raise that child up. That's how it's supposed to be, so they will not flee. They are a garland to grace your head and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. Wow. It said, my son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. A lot of people have questions about that, or based off of that. I'm going to repeat one more time. It's Proverbs chapter 1 verse 10. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, come along with us, let's lie and wait for innocent blood. Let's ambush some harmful or harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive like the grave, and whole like those who go down to the pits. we will get all our sorts of valuable we will get all sorts of valuable things and fill our houses with plunder. Cast lots with us. We will all share the loot. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Luke. Hey, Carl. Is that Carl? Yeah. For their feet rush into evil. They are swift to shed blood. How unless to spread a net where every bird can see it? These men lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush only themselves. Such are the paths of all who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the life of those who get it. And that's warning against the invitation of sinful men. Okay, so basically, don't set yourself up for failure, basically. Don't be enticed by sinful men, is what it says. Men is going to get you in trouble. If you know that they're saying, this is what we finna go do. We finna go rob them. We finna go jump them. We finna go do this and this and that. Come on, let's go. Why would you go? If you know that you can get in trouble, there are consequences to your actions. They may not get caught today, but they will get caught eventually. What's done in the dark shall come to the light. They will get caught. So why would you set yourself up to do something so sinful? And if the man on earth don't get you, the one who created you will get you. Right? And so we have to be careful with who we hang around, put ourselves in contact with, and call our friends, because everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not for you. Okay? And so let's not let the sinful men entice us and give into their sinful wrongdoings. Okay? Hey, Manuel. Hey. Amen, baby. That's right, Seth. Then it goes on to verse 20. It's talking about wisdom's rebuke. It says, out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gate, she makes her speech. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But since you refuse to listen when I call and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, let's stop there. Okay. Rewind. But since you refuse to listen when I call and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand. Y'all, when I say that just gave me butterflies. That just gave me butterflies. It says, repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. God, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. Then he can say, okay, let me start pouring out my thoughts into you. My spirit, let my spirit flow through you. He will make known to you his teaching. But a lot of people refuse to listen. Again, we just got done talking about listening. A lot of people don't like to listen. And so he said, if you're not willing to listen and you don't pay attention when I'm stretching out my hand to you, since you disregard my advice and you don't accept my rebuke, I, in turn, will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. It overtakes the storm. It says when disasters sweep over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you, it says then they will call to me. Listen, the flood, prime example. He told Noah, build this ark. And this is who I want you to have in this ark. Gather all the animals. They all gonna come. And y'all gonna be safe. But those ones that I reached my hands out to and they didn't listen, I feel sorry for them. And what happened? The ones Noah listened. When everybody thought he was crazy, he built the ark. He gathered everybody and everything. And they survived. They survived. And that's all. God wants us to survive. And so the rest of everybody else, they drowned. They got swept away in the disaster. They gone. And while they floating in the water, they screaming and they hollering. And who they calling? They calling Jesus. Jesus, Lord, help me. God said, I tried. I reached out to you. I gave you the opportunity to accept my rebuke. You didn't do it. You didn't listen to me. So now, again, like I said earlier, there's consequences to your actions. There it is. So it says, then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me. Y'all. Oh, God. Y'all. I'm telling you. If y'all don't listen now, when it's time, y'all gonna be looking for him. Y'all gonna be calling out to him, and he's not gonna answer. Think about it when you're a baby, and babies don't know no better. But when you're a kid, and you get lost in the store, you start calling out. You're scared. Exactly. It's scary. You're sitting there and you're scared. You're in the store. Where is my mom? You're calling out to your mom. You can't find her. You don't know what to do. You're lost. You don't know, where is my mom? But mom had already said, listen to me. I need you to stay right by this basket. I need you to walk with me. Don't run off. But you didn't listen. So the same type of fear that you have when you're a kid, it's going to be that times 10. Because now you know better. And you had the opportunity over and over all your life. You had the opportunity. And you didn't take it. Wee. It says, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, since they would not accept my advice and spurned my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them. Because see, earlier he talked about the simple. He said, how long will you who are simple love your simple ways? So, since you want to be simple, simple will kill them, and the complicity of fools will destroy them. But God said, whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear or harm. Remember, we talked about that ark. They listened. So they were on the boat, untouchable, sheltered. They were safe. They were safe. Y'all. That's, hi Michael. That there is, y'all playing with fire. Okay? If you don't get it together, you're playing with fire. Now, Proverbs 2, it goes on about moral benefits of wisdom. Okay? It says, my son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure. Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We're just reading in Proverbs. I'm in 2 right now, verse 5. It says, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. So as we just said, for those who want to listen, okay, if you accept my words, God said if you accept my words and you store my commands within you, so now you listen to his word, you're feeding your flesh, you know, the right things. You're turning your ear towards wisdom and applying it to your heart to understand. You're crying out aloud, you know, for understanding. Now God says, fear not of the Lord, and you find the knowledge of God. So now he's saying, you ready. It says, for the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in blameless. For he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. Then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guide you. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from men whose words are perverse, who have left the straight paths to walk in dark ways, who delight in wrongdoings and rejoice in the God, y'all. I don't even have to keep going. Just with what I've read, we understand. 2 talks about wisdom. Hey, Edgar. 2 talks about wisdom. Okay, the benefits of it. So now we've gotten past being enticed by the sinful men. Those who don't want to listen. There's consequences to those who don't want to listen. Now we're into the benefits of listening and having wisdom. And how God will give you the wisdom and the knowledge, and he will guide you, your footsteps. It says, who have left the straight paths to walk in dark ways. So when you gave up all of that, you done with all of that? If it ain't too late, now you ready. And he's there. He's willing whenever you're ready. It says, none who go to her return or attain the paths of life. I think I missed the one. It says, who paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. Wisdom will save you also from the adulterous women, from the wayward women with her seductive words. Women can be seductive as well as men. It's not just sinful men in the world. Women are too. They're just as sinful, no greater than the other. Who has left the partner of her youth and ignored the covenant she made before God. Surely her house leads down to death, and her paths to the spirit of the dead. None who go to her return and attain the path of life. None that go to her. Hey, Ashley. So then it says, thus you will walk in the ways of the good and keep to the path of the righteous. For the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will cut off from the land, and the unfaithful will be torn from it. So it all goes back again to the ark. We all know what happened in the ark. I'm going to keep on repeating it as long as you understand. Until we understand that when we listen, we live. That's life. When we get that spiritual mind, we have life. The carnal mind brings death. And you will not return from that. The faithful will be torn from it. So we have to remember to turn our ear to the wisdom and apply it to our heart to understand. The commands, we want the commands to be stored in us. The commands is our word, our Bible, His word. So that's all of Proverbs 2. I'm not even going to go into Proverbs 3 tonight because, we're going to save that for another day. But it's scary. I know it is. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that it's scary. But we have to get it together as children of God. And I say this every video. We have to get it together. This world, and we have to set examples so that others can walk the same path as well. Okay, of truth. Okay. Hey, Stacy. So I just thank everyone for tuning in. As I always say, I go on my personal page to do the videos, and then I take them over to my other Facebook page, which is Women Breaking Cycles. You can find it on Facebook, Women Breaking Cycles, WBC. And also, you can subscribe, share, like. It's on YouTube as well. I have a YouTube channel, Women Breaking Cycles. Guys, please subscribe and share it, like it. Like I always say, there is a purpose behind what I'm doing, and I have a vision, and I have goals, and there's things. I'm taking baby steps, and I'm getting there, and eventually it won't have to be, little Facebook live feeds like this all the time. Okay. And again, also, for those who don't know, I am writing a book. Okay. And as soon as I get more details on it, I will let you guys know. But I am about to start writing my book, and I'm excited about it, and I can't wait. There's a lot of things going into effect, and so you guys just keep me in your prayers, and I will keep you guys in my prayer. Also, you are so welcome anyone to come over to the Women Breaking Cycles page, and you're able to send any prayer requests that you may have. If you need to talk to somebody, I'm here for guidance. And If you have any positive posts that you would like to share, you're always welcome to share them on that page as well. And so if you haven't liked that as well, Women Breaking Cycles is on Facebook again. Go like it, share it. I want this to get out. I want to be able to speak to not just my friends on Facebook, but I'm looking to speak to the world, because I'm looking to change. I'm looking for change. We're going to change people. We're going to change the world. Okay, because this is a time of change and the world needs us. And so just eventually I'm hoping to sprout out, and I'll be speaking at different places and just doing the thing, y'all. And so again, just pray for me, keep me lifted, and I will do the same for you guys. And so I thank you guys. Okay, my heart is just so thankful. Hey Leah, you late, but hey, if a language, Leah, you guys are change one day at a time. That's right. That's right. And so y'all see me more often doing this, because the more time passes by and things are going on, it's like God is just saying, get out there, do it, just do it. And so that's what I'm doing, y'all, and I'm being obedient to God, and that's what we want. And so, you know, if it don't touch you, it's touching somebody. Somebody's gonna get something from what I'm doing, because that's the reason why I'm doing this. That's the part of the purpose, okay, behind this. And so I thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of this with me on my journey. And I just look forward to what's to come. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. And remember, we are Women Breaking Cycles, and it's not just for women, but for men too. Thanks. Love you guys. Mwah. Good night.